Hey there everyone, welcome to Violet's Dream Tarot. So today we're going to be doing a reading for singles or people who are kind of dating but haven't really found someone that they're going to be in a committed relationship with yet, and we're looking at what is next in love, what's coming up towards you next in love, what you can expect, maybe who you can expect. We'll be using the Archetype Cards to get information about particular types of people. And I want to say a big thank you to Cara today, the lovely Cara, who's one of my patrons and a long-time client, because she's donated a new set of cards. She's donated lots of cards to this channel, you guys. So if you do see Cara in the comments, please do show her some love. We've got these lovely new King Solomon cards. Which are absolutely beautiful and really, really interesting cards as well. And at the same time as they arrived, I also received some cards that I'd ordered. Every month I let my patrons vote for a new deck of cards, and so we got the lovely new Ice Cream Oracle, which I wanted for a very long time, so I'll be using those as well. So thank you, Cara, for your generosity for those lovely King Solomon cards. Thank you to all of my patrons, including Alexandra, Kat, Kelly, Virginia, Cara and Chris. Thank you so much to all of you guys for your support. Thank you to everyone who's subscribed to the channel. Welcome in if you're new, please do consider subscribing. Really helps my channel get seen by lots more people, helps us to grow our family on here. And thank you to everyone who's donated to the channel or just, you know, show me some love in the comments, sent me some positive energy. You guys are really, really lovely. You always uplift my mood and just make me feel so great and so much better, especially if I'm having a bad day. So let's look at the piles today. Stop rambling. We've got 3 piles as usual, and again, I've kind of shuffled some of these cards onto the piles. I haven't picked a specific card for each pile. I've just asked, give me a pile marker for pile 1, and then I've taken the card that's jumped out. So over on pile 1, we've got this fairy riding this little fairy seahorse. So I just think of fairies and magic when I use this card, and we'll be using the Dark Mansion Tarot for pile 1. So if you want to just ask what's coming up for me in love, what's next in love for me, what can I expect? Take a deep breath, clear your mind. Pile 2, we've got these little children sitting in these stars with a candle. Just makes me think of everyone having something unique and special to offer the world, and it also makes me think of nostalgia a little bit, memories and childhood. And on pile 2, we've got the Ramses Tarot of Eternity, one of my favourite decks. I love all of these decks actually. And on pile 3, we've got this picture of what looks like Ganesha, the Hindu god Ganesha, playing a musical instrument. There's an iPhone there. He looks like he's busking. And whenever I pull this card, I think of spirit trying to get your attention, like literally doing anything to get your attention, trying to get a message to you. And we're using the Star Spinner Tarot over on pile 3. Okay, so whichever pile or piles you feel the most drawn to is going to be your most accurate reading, not just the picture or the deck that you like the most, but the one that you feel really intuitively pulled towards. It's fine to watch more than one pile if you're not sure, or if you feel really equally drawn to 2 piles, that's absolutely fine. Just take what resonates and leave what doesn't from this reading, you guys. Of course, it is a general reading on YouTube. It's not a private reading, so there may be messages that aren't for you, but the majority of the reading or certain messages will really resonate with you. So with that being said, take as much time as you need, and I'm going to get started with pile number 1. Hi there, group 1. Welcome to your reading if you chose the lovely fairy and the fairy seahorse, really cute card, and the Dark Mansion Tarot. Let's see what's coming up next for you in love. Please do consider subscribing as well if you haven't already. It's completely free, and it means that you get to see my videos suggested to you more often, and it helps me get seen by more people on YouTube, so you do the channel a big favor if you do that. Okay, group 1. Okay, I think we'll take these cards. Let's see what we have. Interesting mixture. We've got the Ace of Pentacles, then the 3 of Pentacles, then the 2 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, Knight of Swords, Ace of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, and then the Knight of Pentacles. There's a lot of Pentacles energy in this group, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I am also seeing Gemini, Libra and Aquarius coming through because we've got that Knight of Swords as well. I do feel that you guys have been disappointed in love, and I don't just mean that you haven't found the right person. I feel like someone has really let you down. There may have been a bad breakup, or someone that you put really a lot of your hopes and energy into, and they just weren't able to give you what they want. Maybe you had a crush that just didn't go anywhere, or you were interested in someone and they just didn't turn out to be the person that you'd thought and hoped they would be. And I kind of get the feeling that you guys have spent a long time building up back to like 100% health, or back to feeling like your old self again, because there's a lot here about confidence and about, you know, working on yourself, building yourself up. So with the Queen of Pentacles, I feel like that's either the point you've currently reached or the point that you're working up to. This Five of Cups could have been instigated by this Knight of Swords character, someone who may not have been very emotionally aware, may not have been aware of the way that their words and actions could have affected you emotionally, you know, not too much care for your feelings. But with the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords, it's two aces, there is a strong sense of new beginnings. And then we've got this Knight of Pentacles character who would be a much better match for the Queen of Pentacles than the Knight of Swords would be. So it's a really interesting feeling of you guys like being disappointed, working hard to build yourself up and not let this defeat you, you know, trying to keep in balance, getting back to a position where you feel more confident in yourself, more happy in yourself. And then we've got this new energy. So we'll start off with a Romance Angel card. And we're going to have charms and dice like we always do when we've got all the cards out. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Okay, so there are going to be these romantic feelings for someone in the near future if you don't currently have someone that you're interested in. You deserve love. You are lovable. And I genuinely feel that's what you've been working on, Group 1, because I kind of get this feeling that whatever this Five of Cups situation was, whether it was a crush that you kind of felt may develop into something more and then it didn't, or someone that you were dating or in a committed relationship with who let you down, whatever it was, it did affect your self-esteem. And you took ownership of that, you took responsibility for that, and you've decided to work on becoming a much more confident person, someone whose happiness and sense of self is not determined by other people's actions or other people's views of you. And that's really brilliant. Oh, protected by angels. You are cherished by the angels. What a gorgeous card to get with Archangel Michael there. Okay, angels are watching over you and protecting you. I feel you possibly have been consciously working with them to help you grow as a person, to help you move past this disappointment. But angels are still with you as you move forward into the dating scene and this new connection. Demeter, harvest, wow. Yeah, lovely message. Kind of like reaping what you've sown. You've put all of this hard work into you and into making yourself happy. And now you're ready to bring someone else into your life. You're ready to welcome that new energy in, and you're going to get exactly what you deserve, which I think is a lovely, lovely message. Very Pentacles oriented as well, this sense of, you know, reaping what you've sown, the earth, the harvest, fruits of your labors, manifestation. Cactus Wren, turn enmity to your advantage. Yeah, you guys have really risen above a very painful or difficult situation. You've chosen to be the bigger person. You've taken the high road. Maybe you've even forgiven the person that hurt you, or forgiven the situation or the circumstances that led to that happening. I love you. These are powerful words. Number 20, what a beautiful message. Ready to give and receive love again. And number 42, rest and relaxation is essential. We all have a fundamental need to take a break. And I feel you are still in this break phase, but I think you're not going to be there for much longer. You know, I feel that there is someone on the horizon because we've got Knight of Pentacles. You might even already be talking to them because that romantic feelings card came up. And I feel like you guys have taken a conscious break from relationships because you've needed it to recover from this difficult experience. You know, some of you, it might also have been circumstantial in the sense that you haven't been able to get out and see people. If you're watching this when I'm posting it, this is a timeless reading though, so you might be watching it several months or years down the line, and that's fine. But for some of you, there is that circumstantial energy around you as well. We have Medusa, appearance. Very interesting, because obviously Pentacles is very connected to the physical. So it can be connected to body and the way that we perceive ourselves, the way that we dress, you know, our hair, our features, our makeup, our body language, even the way that we present ourselves to others in that sense, that non-verbal sense. So Medusa is kind of saying there may have been insecurity around the way that you look. You may have been insecure about a certain part of your body or about all of it in general. You may have just felt awkward and uncomfortable as a person. You know, sometimes it's not necessarily about your body, but it's just that you feel uncomfortable in groups, so you feel like you're always the awkward one or the one that doesn't have anything to say, you know. This seems to be something you've been working on, because I see you guys building up your confidence, and Queen of Pentacles is the absolute tonic to any kind of body insecurity, because she just loves herself and recognizes that no matter what she looks like or who she is to be cherished. You know, we don't all have to be supermodels or look a certain way. We can all be cherished for who we are. There's this lovely fairy energy. Magic. Woman holding a heart in the reverse, number 44. It's like you, if you are the feminine energy, you're waiting for someone to come towards you. You're not so readily offering yourself up to someone anymore. It's like you're thinking, I'm going to let them prove themselves to me before I offer them everything I have. You know, it's not saying that you're cold or that you're unable to give love. It's just saying you want to see some commitment from someone beforehand. You want them to do the chasing, or you want them to prove that they're interested in you rather than making you jump through hoops. Because I feel that part of the pain from the past connection, and I felt this when I got the first cards out, was that you were really trying to prove yourself to someone. You know, you were doing everything you could, tying yourself in knots, trying to show this person that you were the best person they could have, or that you were someone who was worthy of being with them, or worthy of their time and attention and affection. And that's why it so badly damaged your feelings of self-esteem and self-worth and confidence when this person walked away or was cruel to you or just didn't give you what you needed, because you'd been doing this kind of competition with yourself, you know, fighting yourself to try and prove how brilliant you were as a person. And so this time you're not prepared to do that anymore. You're not prepared to do that little dance of, you know, choose me, I'm brilliant. You want someone who's definitely interested and is going to show that up front, which is great. Let's use one of these new ice cream oracle cards. Super excited. You've got two actually. I think they're so cute, these cards. Mint chocolate chip. Endurance, determination, fortitude. Absolutely. And it's got the green energy that this reading has in general, green and blue. So it's kind of like light blue and green, so maybe throat chakra and heart chakra. But green and blue in general, very calm energies, very healing energies. They may have other meanings for you as well. But yes, this endurance, determination, fortitude, like working through after this difficult experience, being determined to just bounce back and be the bigger person and the better person and not let this crush you. Also mint chocolate chip, one of my favorite flavors of ice cream. And then you have rocky road, adventure, preparation, challenge. Yes, there's a little bit of trepidation I'm feeling from your side, a little bit of fear as to what love and dating holds, but you're willing to push through this. You're willing to get out there again, but there is still that feeling of, ooh, what if I get hurt again? Or, ooh, I don't want to be caught up in the whirlwind of emotions, even though it's enjoyable. You know, it can be very overwhelming, very dizzying, very disorienting. But a new adventure is on the horizon for you, and you're more than ready for it now, Group 1, is what I'm feeling. And then my lovely new King Solomon cards, which I absolutely adore. We've got number 35. Okay, so I'm going to have to look in the guidebook because, like I said, brand new deck and they don't have any words on them to steer your interpretation. Ah, this is perfect, you guys. Courage, boldness, and self-confidence is what this is about. Incredible. Kind of getting a Pisces feeling a little bit from the two fish in the cage there. Red flags, maybe being very aware of, you know, what to look out for. What's the deal breaker for you? So the guidebook says risk-taking, overcoming fears, courageous action, doing things that you didn't dare to do so far due to fear or caution, assertiveness, and self-confidence. Interesting. So it's like taking a risk. It's putting yourself out there again, not being afraid, wanting to be seen, wanting to have those loving experiences again. Beautiful. I just love that the word self-confidence was coming up as well, because I feel that's really what you guys have been putting a lot of energy into. So we'll get you an archetype card now just to see what kind of person is coming towards you. It could be this Knight of Pentacles figure. Pioneer. Light attribute, passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. Shadow attribute, compulsive need to keep moving on. So whenever I pull archetype cards, you don't need to take both attributes if they don't both resonate with you when you hear them. But this person will have at least one of those attributes. Pioneer, someone who's forward thinking, someone who wants to try new things, push forward, innovative thinker, maybe kind of Aquarius energy, quite strongly in their birth chart, you know, people who can think outside the box and visualize things that other people could barely even conceive of. That's this kind of person. Okay, and then your last two cards are Y, number 31, and Blessed, number 22. Okay, I think this is cute. So what I want to say is I feel you guys have been doing a lot of questioning just in general, like, you know, why did this happen to me? Why did I have this difficult experience? Why did I meet this person who hurt me and fall for them, etc., etc.? And so that's perfectly valid. But with the two of these cards together, I kind of feel like you're going to be thinking, how has this wonderful thing happened to me? Like, why does this person want to be with me? You know, why am I being given this happiness now? Why am I so blessed? I really love that card for its colors. It's like some of my favorite colors. My favorite color is purple and then blue, but I really like the soft pink and the purple together. Okay, that's beautiful. So we'll do your charms now. Group 1, I think this is a lovely, lovely message. A lot of hope here, and just saying, like, you have so much to be proud of in terms of how much you've worked on yourself, you know, how far you've come from that point of despair and feeling so low and, you know, wondering how you're going to get through the day, to now just feeling so much more whole and complete. And you might not be 100% there yet, you know, you might not quite be fully in the Queen of Pentacles energy, but that's fine. You can take a bit more time if you need to, but I do feel this person is already on the horizon, this Pioneer Knight of Pentacles figure. So I'm going to get your charms on top, and if you don't like the sound of them being shuffled, they can be really loud, then I recommend turning down the volume, especially if you have headphones in, because some people it really grates on them, some people love it. It's really personal preference, so I always try and give that little disclaimer. So group 1, what's next in love? I want to get a couple more. Yes, those ones. Okay, lovely. So this one fell out while I was shuffling. This is the Diva Bunny. And this always comes out when we're kind of catastrophizing, making a situation bigger than it needs to be, or kind of making a mountain out of a molehill. So I'm wondering if this is to do with your questioning, you know, you're thinking, why does this person want to be with me? You know, do they like me? Do they want to be with me? All of those things. And it's just saying, calm down. You know, you will overcome this, because we've got the Snowflake Obsidian Ball saying that you can overcome any obstacle. Just give yourself some time. Got the Hanged Man there. Breathe. This person doesn't want to rush you, whoever this is, because they are the Knight of Pentacles. So if you feel rushed by anyone, that's a big red flag. So we've got the toxic person or situation charm there. It's landed on the Medusa card, so that's kind of saying this is what you've been overcoming. The fire extinguisher as well, putting an end to a crisis situation, landing on that card about rest and relaxation, taking a break, taking a breather. We've got the masculine energy coming through quite strongly. So for a lot of you, this is a masculine that is coming towards you. Working things out with the calculator, trying to figure out what's gone on. We've also got the flamingo, which is a lovely charm because that's about your other half, you know, someone who really feels like the other side of the coin from you, someone that is like the yin to your yang, etc. Music and creativity. Music could be really important to this connection. Dreams and intuition, you might get kind of intuitive feelings about this person, or maybe even see them or feel them in your dreams before you meet them. You've got another creative symbol with the ink bottle, so this person could have a really creative hobby or job, especially if they have that Aquarius side to them about being forward thinking and unconventional in their thoughts. Maybe creativity can also help you to overcome any lasting feelings about this past difficult experience. But you've got some really lovely charms here because you've got the bell, which is a symbol of good news being on its way, joyful news, something that you're going to be really happy to share and talk about and enjoy. You have the olive branch, forgiveness. You know, sometimes it's about reaching out to someone from the past or them reaching out to you, but I kind of don't feel that's what's going on here. It's more about forgiveness and letting go of the past, you know, forgiving, forgetting, moving on. And you've got a shooting star. A wish will be granted for you. So this may be something you've been really hoping for a long time, is to meet a new person or to feel back to your old self again or whole again. So whatever it is, you're going to get this lovely wish being granted for you, you guys. So we'll do your dice as well and finish up your reading. This is a really lovely, heartwarming reading. So we're going to be rolling the third set of dice, which is the mystery dice. These ones. And we're rolling 8 of them. Okay, so that's plenty. 8 dice for group 1. Okay, lovely. So you've got, let me just see what you've got. The big red love heart. I mean, that's lovely. The big feelings of love coming back. You may be afraid of the future. You know, this person looking around the corner are scared of what's to come. I can see there is trepidation, and I did feel it. You know, there's this kind of like warning sign, like you're thinking, you know, I'm feeling these feelings again. These feelings have been resurrected with the zombie hand there. This worry about what that feels like, because you kind of, it's almost like I feel you're going to panic a little bit when you start getting swept up in these feelings, because then you lose control in a little bit. You get really attached to this person, you know, you really want to spend time with them, and that's worrying because you've been hurt in the past. So that's a completely normal way to feel. Don't worry about that. I feel there is communication online in like a written sense with this person beforehand. I'm not saying you're going to be sending letters, but they could be emails or texts or just messages on any kind of app for the beginning of your relationship. It doesn't mean you meet online, but maybe you meet in person and then you keep in touch via message mainly. Laughter, smiling with the clown there, light-hearted energy, fool energy coming back into your life. This lovely new beginning that you should really seize with both hands. I feel like there's still a little bit of worry about the way that you portray yourself. You know, when I look at this dice, I always think of people looking at us, people watching us. So I think there is a little bit of nervousness still about the way you come across or the way that you look, but really no need to worry about that. I really feel this is something you're overcoming, and you're getting into the Queen of Pentacles energy, which is beautiful, and being freed from these past feelings. Where is it? The handcuffs. Being set free from that real shackle, that burden of the past and those really heavy emotional experiences. So this is a really encouraging reading, group 1. I'm so pleased to be able to give you these messages, and I hope that you take a lot of encouragement from this and have a big smile on your face now, because I certainly would. I mean, I do right now for you, but I would definitely if I was you. I really wish you all the best of luck with this, and I want you guys to come back and tell me when you meet someone or when you feel better about this whole situation. Please let me know in the comments now though how this resonated with you. Please like, share and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and if you want to get more involved with what I do here on the channel, then check out my description box. I've got lots of links in there. You can become a patron on my Patreon page if you're interested in the exclusive content I post there, and I do giveaways and things every now and then. You can follow me on Instagram or Bilibili. I post daily cards on Instagram, and I post these videos on Bilibili for people in China who can't watch YouTube because it's blocked. If you would like a private reading, I think I'm currently going to be closed to private readings by the time I post this video, but just keep checking back on my Etsy page because I will be offering private readings, angel healing sessions again, once I've gone through all of the work that I've got to do in a non-tarot setting at this time. It's going to be a very busy time for me, but I will still be there. And yes, if you'd like to donate to the channel like the lovely Cara, if you'd like to donate a new deck, check out my Amazon wishlist and my indie deck wishlist, or if you'd like to send a tip or a donation, I have my Etsy tips jar. If my shop is still open, I have my PayPal link in the description box for tips and donations that help me keep making these videos. So thank you so much to everyone that has supported the channel in any way, or who is contemplating helping out in any way. Thank you so much, you guys. Have a lovely rest of your day, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye. Take care. Hey there, group 2. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the little children in the stars with the candles and the Ramses Tarot of Eternity, this is going to be your reading. So please do consider subscribing if you're new. It's completely free, and it means that you get to see my videos suggested to you more often, and it really helps my channel get seen by more people on YouTube. We're going to be doing lots of oracle cards. We'll be doing charms and dice as well, like we always do. So what's next in love for group 2? Okay, so we've got the sun there. Beautiful sun card is your first card. Then the 2 of Wands. Nephthys in the background there if you didn't know what deity that is. Then we've got 4 of Cups. Page of Pentacles. And Knight of Cups. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces, and potentially Leo as well with the Sun card coming through. So let's see what we've got here. I kind of feel that you guys have just been a little bit bored with love recently. Like, I don't get the feeling from this card that there's been a lot of disappointment recently in terms of heartbreak or anything. I just feel you guys have been a little bit bored. I get the feeling that some of you have been in kind of friends with benefits situations recently, or you've been dating a few people and just haven't really found the one that's right for you. Okay, and it's like now you're looking for something a little bit more fulfilling, maybe a little bit more serious or more committed. You want to be happy, essentially. You want to find the person that makes you happy, and I do see with the Knight of Cups that there is someone coming your way who wants to offer you that kind of love. That's what I'm seeing from those cards. We'll get the oracle cards out. We'll start with a romance angel. I'm seeing the Egyptian god Thoth coming out for you guys. I don't know if you guys work with him, but he just appeared in my mind. So we've got very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. It's like you guys making a decision to maybe go about things differently. If you have had casual relationships or just been dating and kind of not been feeling it, it's like you're determined to do something differently now. New love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. How lovely. Yes, like I was saying, there is this new energy that I'm feeling with the Knight of Cups coming into your life. Okay, this kind of Thoth vision is, it's continuing, so I'm just going to kind of describe to you guys what I'm seeing. I'm seeing him drawing like a heart in a cage, and he's kind of pointing to it and saying, you've been protecting your heart. Okay, so I feel as though you guys maybe have been having casual relationships or talking to people and kind of not going into something committed because you've not wanted to make yourself vulnerable. You've not wanted to make yourself feeling hurt. And Thoth is now saying, open your heart. Okay, so I wasn't intending for this to be like a channeled messages reading, but this has happened. This is involuntary. This message clearly needs to come through for some of you. So open your heart. Those of you that have been deliberately, even if you've been telling yourself that's not what you're doing, like you've been telling yourself, oh, I'm just doing this because I want some fun. If you deep down know that you've been avoiding commitment or avoiding serious relationships because you haven't wanted to be vulnerable, you haven't wanted to be hurt, there's no judgment in my readings. That's completely fine. You may have your own reasons for doing that, and there's nothing wrong with that in and of itself. But if you find that you want something more committed and there's a fear there about opening yourself up, then it's time to start working on that in a gradual and safe way, in a way that feels comfortable for you. So that's the message from Thoth that he wants to put through. Breaking trail, a breakthrough is at hand. So maybe that message was a breakthrough for some of you. Maybe it's something you hadn't thought about before, and now it's just like everything makes sense. But I also want to connect it to the very soon card, that you guys are just going to do something very differently soon. You're going to change your approach when it comes to love. Treasure your loved ones, number 10. It is important to love others deeply. Maybe you've been holding off actually loving someone as well because you didn't want to get sucked into that whirlwind of emotions. So you've been kind of stopping yourself from catching feelings. And appreciate this moment, number 33. Every situation is an opportunity to grow and find love. So be with yourself in this moment, be present, be here and now. Wondering if some of you have, you know, either been actively avoiding the past or maybe worried a lot about the future. And that's also kind of had an impact on your relationships. You know, maybe you've said, you know, I don't want to get with someone who was like this past person because they hurt me. So you've gone for very different people, but it's just not fulfilling for you. Or maybe you've thought, well, you know, I want to get married and have children in the future, but I'm not ready to look for that person yet. So I'm just gonna be with this kind of person instead, who doesn't feel like the one for me, but I'm just going to enjoy what I have anyway. Trying to be in the moment. Ooh, group 1 got this message as well. Cactus Wren, turn enmity to your advantage. So there's a lot here about battling against kind of negative forces or feelings or difficult experiences and trying to learn from them, or trying to even turn them into a strength for you. Trying to make the most of a bad situation, or kind of show that you're strong, show that you aren't going to be, you know, limited by your past experiences. You have Fortuna, Fate, beautiful Lady Isis, Resurrection. Okay, some more Egyptian imagery. And Pythia, knowledge. Interesting. Yeah, so this Pythia with knowledge, and she's crying. It makes me think of kind of uncomfortable knowledge that we know deep down, but we don't want to acknowledge it in a conscious form. You know, I feel you guys are maybe aware of some of the things that I've brought up in the reading, or maybe there's other stuff also going on and you just haven't felt strong enough to confront it, so you've been plunging headlong into you know, connections that are fulfilling in the moment but not in the long term. They kind of give you what you need, that short quick fix, and then they don't fulfill you in the long term because that person's not serious about you, or they won't commit. You know, you might say that you don't want a committed relationship, but you might want someone to be there for you when you're upset or when you're down or when you need someone to talk to, and they don't want that because for them that's too much commitment. So, you know, There's this kind of uncomfortable truth that's going on here. And then with the fate and the resurrection, it's like getting back onto your right path, which I'm feeling is what you're kind of becoming aware of now, is that you're not being fulfilled with your current path, current plan of action, and so you're going to make a change. Lady Isis in particular, breathing into your heart space the ability to love more. It's like she's nourishing it, she's filling it more with that capacity to give and to receive love. Like making fertile soil out of a desert. Athene, wisdom. Okay, so you've got some Greek goddesses coming through as well. But yeah, wisdom and knowledge. Again, it's like this is stuff that you're aware of and you just don't want to admit it. You know, you don't want to be feeling vulnerable with yourself. Some of it is just really uncomfortable stuff from the past that you don't want to bring back up. I feel like there have been a lot of players in your love life, or people who just kind of take advantage. We've got the temple path in the reverse, number 12. So that's kind of saying you have strayed from the path that was right for you. You have kind of made different choices for the ones that were in your best interest, but that's fine. You can get back on your path. We've got the resurrection card. That's absolutely fine. Spirit has been trying to get your attention. You may or may not have listened. You may not have heeded what they've tried to be telling you, but that's fine. Just be gentle with yourself. I kind of get the feeling of gradually turning back in the right direction. Like I'm seeing a ship that's kind of gradually turning into the right position after getting lost in a current. I feel like that's how you feel. You kind of... I'm getting a lot of channel messages for you guys. It really feels as though you guys have been swept away and like you aren't quite sure when you look back at what point you diverted from your path. Like you're kind of looking back and you think, at what point did it all go wrong? Or at what point did I start making decisions that weren't in alignment with my highest good or my best interests? But I'm telling you guys today that you can absolutely find the fulfillment that you need. You can absolutely make the best decisions for yourself now. Just be open as much as you can to spirit, be on the lookout for signs and symbols, listen to your intuition. All of those things will really guide you. Bubblegum, memories, nostalgia, childhood. That's your lovely little ice cream oracle card. Maybe there has been a lot about, you know, maybe past abuse even, or just very difficult experiences from the past that you've struggled to process or haven't wanted to process, so you've pushed them down. Let's get one of my lovely new King Solomon cards from the lovely Cara. Or two cards, as the case may be. We've got number 11 there. I will need to look at the guidebook for these because it's brand new and they don't have words on them to guide your interpretation. And you've also got number 13. Just thought I'd hold those up for a little bit longer because they are quite complicated images. So let's take a look at 11 first. It's funny as well, when you've got 11, 13, 113 is my lucky number, and it sometimes shows up as 11, 13, like on the clocks. So I just thought that was interesting. So number 11 is all about flexibility, tolerance, compromise, and leniency. A situation which requires compromise and flexibility on your part. You may have been taking a naive or an immature approach to the problem that you face. You may also have been being flexible in order to please other people around you. Okay, so that's an interesting message. Have you been people pleasing? Have you been just trying to be nice and kind to others in the hope that that makes you feel better? Number 13 is about power, strength, and determination. Sturdiness and strength, great enthusiasm, a power struggle or aggressive confrontation, ability to achieve your objectives through momentum and ascension, standing back on your feet after a defeat. Failure and delays will not stop you or cause you to withdraw. So that's an important message. If you feel like you failed by straying off your path, that's absolutely not true. If you've made the wrong choices in relationships or had difficult experiences, that doesn't mean that that's the end of the road for you. You can absolutely get back on track. Spirit wants to help you. They want to get you the best possible experience for you. Okay. It's just important, I feel, from these two cards to be more flexible of mind. These cards are saying you have a lot of strength, you have a lot of power and determination, but stubbornness could be your downfall. You know, if you get signs from Spirit and you think, no, I know best, I'm going to do this instead, and then it leads to distress, or it leads to you making what feels like the wrong choice, that should be a lesson to learn, is what I'm feeling the cards are saying. So we're going to get an archetype card to see what kind of person is coming towards you in love, what kind of person you should keep your eyes out for. Group 2. Gambler. Okay, light attributes, a bit like the Fool card in a way. Willingness to follow intuition even when others doubt you. Shadow attribute, relying on luck rather than hard work. Whenever I pull an archetype card, you don't have to take both attributes, you can just take one if that's what resonates with you. But it seems like someone who kind of illogically often ends up doing really well. You know, maybe they take a course of action that people laugh at. You know, they think, oh my god, why would you do that? And then, you know, they end up being right. Or they end up kind of coming out on top of a situation. They do have that Fool energy in the sense that they always expect things to work out for the best, even if there's some suffering along the way. All things work together for good is their kind of motto. Spirit will catch me when I fall. No place like home, number 50. Getting out of the home. May have been holed up in the home as a place of comfort, a place of security. Obviously, if you're watching this when I post it, there may have been circumstances keeping you at home. But I feel like things are really about to change for you guys. Lots of changes coming in. So we'll get your charms on top now, see what they can tell us, see if they maybe hint at this, give us more information about what we've already learned. If you don't like the sound of the charms, and they can be very loud, I recommend turning down the volume now, especially if you're wearing headphones. Some of you guys love it, some of you hate it, so I always try and remember to give that little disclaimer. So group 2, what's next in love? I should say as well for group 2, because you've got a lot of Egyptian imagery, and because it feels like some of you are going to need to move on from things and leave the past behind, you might enjoy my meditation with the Egyptian god Set, which I just recently posted. I think it was my most recent video. That's about moving on from the past, healing from past trauma, cutting ties with people or situations that you just want to get out of your life. So you might find that helpful. So you've got a couple of letters here. You've got the letter R and you've got the letter K. Kind of makes me think of rock, but it could be another word. It could be a person's name or a few people's names or places or words that come to you. We've got Libra as well. Going with the flow, taking things slowly. Potential and new beginnings with the acorn. Big love heart, so there is love on the way, and you do have a much bigger capacity to love than you're aware of. Okay, we've got this little charm which doesn't come out very often. It's a Celtic knot, and so that is about stabilizing your energy after a time of feeling very all over the place or feeling very kind of not in control. Stabilizing your energy. Similar message with the tree there. That's about stability, that's about growth, that's about health in yourself and in relationships. Waiting. Seduction as well. Maybe you felt really drawn to the wrong kind of person. Maybe there's been kind of bad boys or players in your lives and you felt used or manipulated, or you just were aware at the time that it wasn't going to be what you needed from a relationship, but you went along with it anyway. Seeing things clearly now with the glasses. Something taking a little bit of a time to unfold or a while to come to fruition. And this is interesting because you've got a couple of charms now about taking things slowly, waiting, you know, things taking a while to unfold. So I'm wondering if this is to do with processing what's gone on. This could be stuff from your past, you know, memories, even childhood issues that need to be processed and worked through before you feel in a healthy place to move forward in a relationship. You have good friends around you, or at least one good friend. Got the worry doll there as well, like you just, you know, have a lot on your mind that you don't want to burden other people with. But I feel like you guys should definitely talk to someone if you feel like these flashbacks are increasing, for those of you that have had past trauma, or if you're getting feelings where you just think, oh God, why have I made this decision? You know, you need to let it out. You can't let it build up, is what these cards are saying. You've got the magic bag there, the bag of tricks. All about magic, blessings, miracles, abundance coming into your life, and this person brings those things with them. So this Knight of Cups or gambler figure brings those energies with them. And then we've also got the little dog. So there could be someone born in the year of the dog who can help you, but this little dog charm just means someone's going to be really excited to see you. Someone's going to be really happy and excited and overjoyed to spend time with you, which I think is lovely. Could be someone who's already a friend, which could progress into something more, or it could be, you know, a completely new person and the friend is just there to help you work through your issues. Let's get your dice on top as well, group 2. Okay, we're rolling the first set of dice, the fantasy dice. I think they're my favorite ones. They look like this. And we're rolling 8 for you. I think group 1 got 8 dice as well. This is so lovely. So you've got, okay, some confirmation of what we've already got. So Mount Olympus there landed on the Athene card of all cards. And so Mount Olympus says you have a lot of gods watching over you. You have a lot of protection and kind of intervention and care from spirit. Now these could be Greek gods. You know, we've talked about Greek gods in this reading already, but they don't have to be. They could be any kind of patron deities that are surrounding you. We've got the toxic female, so this could be something from your past. There is a toxic feminine energy or a very angry or jealous feminine energy that has kind of caused you pain. Sagittarius energy there as well, determination, having your sights set on a particular goal, nourishment, abundance, caring for yourself. We've got the little ogre dice there as well, and he's a friendly ogre. When I get this, I always think of someone who's kind of down about their appearance, you know, maybe thinks quite little of themselves, so maybe that's an issue that you've been working with as well. Fairies, magic, air elementals surrounding you. Got another Greek symbolism there with the Trojan horse. Okay, so this can talk about people having ulterior motives that you may even be aware of. You know, I feel like some of you have been maybe taken advantage of by people, or you were aware that you were getting into connections with people who wouldn't be able to give you what you needed, even though you were agreeing to that at the time. You know, you were aware that it was going to kind of end in tears or be unfulfilling for you. And so there's this kind of realization now of, how do I change this cycle? How do I break this cycle and make the right choices? Not being able to see the wood for the trees, yes. Going through this difficult time, feeling confused or overwhelmed or adrift. But you've got so many kind of deities and just protective energies around you. I can feel it. And I mean, we got those channeled messages from another deity for you, which I think is incredible because I wasn't opened up to that. But definitely there's a lot of protection from spirit. They want you to listen to them more. They want you to be more aware of the signs and symbols around you. You could be noticing them and just not registering them, or you could just not even be aware of them because you're not looking for them. But try and keep more of an eye out as you move forward. Whatever it is that you feel has tainted you in some way, or whatever it is that you feel has pulled you away from your path, it's not irreversible. This is something you can definitely overcome. You can definitely get back on the right path, group 2. And I do feel there is this person coming in the future who kind of has like a healing energy about them. But in the meantime, I'd recommend talking to someone if you feel those feelings building up. I definitely see that changing the way you go about looking for love, or the way you go about love in general, will really be helpful for you. And processing whatever's gone in the past as well, just letting it all out, dealing with it, letting it go with love, is going to be really helpful for you as well. So thank you so much for watching this group 2. Please do let me know in the comments how it resonated. Please like, share and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. And if you want to get more involved with what I do here on the channel, check out my description box. I've got lots of links in there. You can go ahead and follow me on Instagram for daily cards, or Billy if you'd like to do that. I have a Patreon page as well where I do giveaways and I post exclusive content on there. It's just a way to get to know me better as well. My Etsy page is probably going to be closed when I'm posting this, but that's just because I've got a lot going on outside of tarot at the moment. I've got a very busy time, so just keep checking back because it will reopen again in the future. Hopefully in the not too distant future. Hopefully it'll just be a couple of weeks maximum that it'll be closed for. So if you're interested in private readings or angel healing sessions, keep checking back there. If you would like to donate to the channel like the lovely Cara, then check out my Amazon wishlist and my indie deck wishlist as well for new decks. Or if you'd like to leave a tip or a donation, thank you so much. I've got my PayPal link in the description box for tips which help me keep making these videos, small donations. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this. I really wish you all the best of luck as you move forward, group 2, and have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye, take care. Hey there group 3, welcome to your reading. If you chose this card of Ganesha, Busking, like spirit trying to get in touch with you, trying to send you a message, and the Star Spinner Tarot, then this is going to be your reading. So let's see what's coming up next for you in love. The first 2 groups were very different from each other, so I'm interested to see what this group is going to be like. We'll be doing charms and dice as always when we've got all of the cards out, and I really do recommend subscribing if you guys are new. It's completely free. It means that you get to have my videos suggested to you more often when I post, and it just gets me seen by more people on YouTube as well, so it really helps out the channel when you guys do that. So group 3, what's coming up next in love? Okay, we've got the Page of Wands there, 10 of Cups, Death, 4 of Swords, and the 4 of Coins. Interesting. Yeah, I feel like you guys, just intuitively from this reading, I'm feeling like you guys have so much enthusiasm, so much to give, so much to offer, and yet circumstances seem to be stopping you from being able to give that. So you've got 1 card from every suit, both major and minor arcana. I'm seeing Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and also Scorpio energy coming out here. Feels like you guys are just sick of being stuck in the house, or sick of not being noticed. You know, maybe you've also felt kind of unfulfilled in relationships, because we've got the 4 of Swords, the 4 of Coins together. Kind of feels like, you know, maybe you've been dating someone, you've just not been feeling it. You know, you've got so much to offer, and yet, is this quite the right person for you? The Death card does suggest things are going to change, but this is a super interesting reading. Group 3 for me always seems to be the most complicated, or the most kind of unusual reading compared to the other 2. Get you a romance angel. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive, so there may have been healing going on for you guys. 4 of Coins, you know, consciously taking some time out to process your own feelings and deal with maybe past disappointments, deal with maybe childhood issues or other issues that have got in your way. And chemistry, there's a strong magnetic attraction here. So there is someone that you're currently really drawn to, really attracted to, or someone that will soon be in your life. But it's like needing to get some healing or some processing out of the way first. Uncovering treasure. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. Beautiful image. Almost like I feel you guys may have been in therapy or may have been doing a lot of soul searching, like getting insight into who you are and what you want, and you've been uncovering a lot about yourself. Transformation. A fresh new way of living emerges, and the death card is often called transformation in decks that don't want to call it death. And what's interesting as well is that you've got all of the fire signs showing up because you have the Page of Wands, and then you've got 2 fire elemental energies here with the dragon and also the phoenix. So freshness is coming in, a change is coming. Group 3, don't worry. You won't be stuck in this situation forever. It's like a breath of fresh air, new opportunities are coming in. Keel build toucan, take time out for fun. Okay, and I did get this a little bit from Death, 4 of Swords, 4 of Coins. You guys have been taking things very seriously, taking yourselves very seriously, taking life very seriously. Maybe you've got a lot on at work, or if you study, you know, maybe you've got stuff going on in your family circle that's made you feel very serious and kind of contemplative. But it's important that you take time out for yourself and to just laugh and have fun and do something that really lets you unwind. It's really important for the soul. Nyx, respite. Yes, again, that message about taking time out for you, respite. I think I just want to look at the guidebook because I've never pulled that card before. But I seem to remember that when I was flicking through the guidebook once, I thought that the guidebook was really interesting in the way that it interpreted this card. So the Nyx card, yeah, says, shh, you're giving away your secrets. It's all too easy to confide in someone you wish to trust, especially when you're feeling vulnerable. Remember that appearances can be deceptive. It's important to be watchful at this time. You've endured a long, dark night of the soul, and Nyx wishes you to take you into her confidence. This sounds exactly like what you need at this time. Be mindful of how and who you share any particulars with. Take this opportunity to rest, regroup, and journey deep within with Nyx as your guide. Nyx is the knight. Keep your cards close to your chest. You're a great listener and natural counselor. Speak to someone you can trust. Retreat and get away from it all. Protect your work from the ambition of others. Appearances can be deceptive. Interesting. So maybe you feel like you can't trust others and you just don't feel like you can confide in others. Maybe this is to do specifically with romantic relationships. You struggle to trust. You know, you struggle to be vulnerable perhaps. Maybe this time of spending so much time on your own has made you feel desensitized in a way to relationships, and there's a real struggle to be vulnerable. Amaterasu, inner beauty. Okay, that's lovely. That's very similar to uncovering treasure. Learning a lot about yourself, knowing that you have so much to give, this deep beauty that you may not show to everyone. You know, you may put a mask on and be quite, I don't want to say cold, but kind of, what's the word? Detached from people sometimes. You don't really let them in until you trust them. Focus on love, look for the good in everyone. Number 24, so that's an important message if you have been struggling to trust. Again, we've got a dragon, so a fire elemental, and a dryad there. Look for the good things that everyone has done. Try and connect on that level with others. It is okay to trust. You might feel mistrustful, but it is okay to trust. You can start gradually opening up. It's interesting as well because you picked this card with Ganesha. And I keep being drawn back to this particular image. I keep looking at it. My mind keeps going back there. And this always reminds me of the the myth, I've forgotten the name of the princess, but there's a princess that's kidnapped by Ravana, this kind of monster figure, and she's saved eventually. But please comment below if you know the name of the princess, or if you want to share the story, that would be great. Other people might really resonate with it. Daughter romance, number 33. Yes, romance is coming in. There is going to be this new opportunity and adjacent possibilities, number 24. So I feel like lots of doors are opening. It's not just the daughter romance. There's going to be doors to education, doors to work, doors to friends, doors to health, doors to healing, doors to happiness. Lots of doors helping you exit this tower, helping you free yourself. And with my gorgeous new ice cream oracle, we've got kiwi strawberry, youthfulness, optimism and exuberance, very positive message, keeping thoughts positive. You've got a lot of very colourful cards here, but kind of red, yellowy green and pink are coming out a lot. Neapolitan, collaboration, teamwork, resourcefulness. So again, I feel like opening up to people. You may feel mistrustful at this time or struggling to be vulnerable, but open up to people more, talk more, say yes to invitations more, just get yourself integrated more out into the world. And then from my lovely new King Solomon deck, you have number 7. I'm going to need to look at the guidebook for this because they don't have any words on them and it's a brand new deck. See what the guidebook says. Number 7. Fertility, children and family. Okay, fruitful collaboration, like the Neapolitan card there. Possible pregnancy and expansion of the family. Good interaction between family members or close associates lead to happiness and satisfaction. Your life partner. A family-oriented person capable of giving and consideration. So lovely messages, okay? So I feel again it's saying open up to people you trust. You know, you don't have to talk to all and sundry about what's on your mind, but open up to people that you trust. There is a potential life partner coming in for you as you gradually reintegrate back into the world. Possible pregnancy in the future, or possibly starting or expanding your family. It's just important to be open because I feel like you guys want this a lot. You want to get out there, you want to have these experiences, but you're just afraid to step outside that tower. You're afraid to say what's on your mind. It's like you've got your own private little world that you spend time in during the night time, you know, as you're going to sleep. You have these thoughts that only you are privy to, and you feel scared to share them. You've got a couple of archetype cards now, because I just asked, you know, who's coming towards group 3 in love, and this could be indicative of the adjacent possibilities card that you've got. It could be saying there are multiple people that are of interest coming towards you, multiple people to choose from. So your first card here is Femme Fatale. Light attributes highlights the erotic energy of the feminine, opens your heart when your dependency is rejected. Shadow attributes inappropriate use of sensuality, attachment to money and power. And you don't have to take both attributes whenever I do these cards. You can take whatever resonates. It could just be one person that has attributes from all 3 of the cards that I'm going to show you, or it could be 3 different people or 2 different people, etc. Just take it how it resonates for you. Your next card is Child Eternal. Light attributes determination to remain young in body, mind and spirit, ability to see things with fresh eyes. Shadow attributes inability to grow up and be responsible, extreme dependency on others for physical security. So either like a fool or a Peter Pan figure. And then we have Angel. Light attribute helping those in need with no expectation of return. Shadow attributes: acting innocent or angelic to mislead others, falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance. And I would take this group 3 as that extra message that angels and spirit are very closely working with you now. You've picked this card for a reason. You have angels around you guiding you. But there could also be this person coming in who has these kind of angelic energies. Higher power, number 4. Wow, yes, absolutely being guided by a higher power, group 3. Deep knowing, number 43. So really, it's important to be in touch with that intuition. It's so important to listen to where you're being guided, what the signs and symbols are that are pushing you. Really interesting. So we'll get your charms on top now, group 3, and see if they can tell us anything else. Just a quick disclaimer, if you don't like the sound of the charms, it can be very loud, and would just recommend turning down the volume, especially if you're wearing headphones. Some of you guys love it, some of you hate it, so I just always try and remember to say, turn it down now if you don't like it, or if you think it'll grate on you. So, lovely cards that you've got here today, by the way, really nice mix. Group 3, what's next in love? Wow. Wow, so the angel wings landed on the angel card. Definitely strong angelic energy around you. How perfect is that? Also, I should have realized this when I first pulled the card, but the child eternal card could also be a symbol that you are going to have a child in the future, or you are going to give birth, extend your family, you know, maybe adopt a child. Maybe there's someone coming towards you who already has a child of their own, and that's what this is about. But if that resonates, take that on board, because, you know, there was that message about fertility and expanding the family with that card. So we've got the letter S. Could be a person or a place or a word. Love. Really beautiful. Another fertility symbol. Ooh, with the hair. Healing as well with the starfish. Big key, so nice solution will be found. Blossoming in this period of transformation, growing in yourself. Happiness, yes. We've got the knight there, so there is this person coming towards you, a knight figure. To me, it's just always like a romantic prospect. They don't have to be kind of defined by any of the knights in the tarot. That's just the way I see them. There is this worry doll there as well, though. There is this worry or fear about being guided by a higher power, about following your intuition. Maybe you doubt yourself a lot and you wonder, is this intuition or is this just my thought? You know, that's completely understandable. There's just a need here to be more trusting of what you get through your intuition. The Coca-Cola bottle opener, very specific charm, but the bottle opener, I just always think of starting something new, you know, opening a new kind of new energy into your life. But equally, I kind of think of insight into the self with that as well. I think of examining the self, you know, like you open up the bottle and you see everything fizzing away inside of there. It's kind of like directing your energy within, you know, kind of looking at what's going on in the psyche. And that is kind of highlighted here because you've got the Neptune charm on the astrology dice there. So Neptune is all about dreams, imagination, you know, sometimes delusions, mysticism, kind of trying to figure out what's intuition, what's just thoughts, what's intuition, what's a dream, what's delusion, you know, finding the clarity in amidst all the emotion and all of the messages that come through. You could find someone who is born in the year of the pig. The pig is also a symbol of abundance in Celtic folklore, so that's my little Celtic pig of abundance coming your way, really lovely. And you've got the unicorn, so uniqueness. Someone very special coming towards you. And equally, you are very special as well. You have a lot to offer the world that no one else can. So I think that's a lovely message to keep in mind. You've also got a couple of scattered bits of the broken explosion charm. So I feel like things start changing very suddenly, very quickly. With the transformation, it kind of comes out of the blue. Okay, so someone kind of drops into your life out of the blue, drops into your inbox maybe unexpectedly. You know, maybe there's an opportunity for new work or a new move or just some newness that brings a lot more newness with it. Because I feel it's multiple changes coming into your life. So we'll get your dice on top now as well, group 3. Okay, we're rolling the Looney Tunes dice because they're the 4th set that I use. These ones. And we're rolling 2 of them, so it's not very many. But I always do that little pre-roll because I'd rather roll 2 and then be meaningful for you than roll 9 and have 7 of them just kind of confuse you. So group 3. What's next in love? Communication with the old telephone there. Yes, someone starts talking to you unexpectedly. Could be someone you've already known in the past or come across in the past, or it could be a completely new person, but I feel you start talking to someone and it just really encourages you to get out there because a lot of you have just been feeling so flat. You know, really flattened, really crushed, really empty, just feeling like you have so much to offer and yet you're not being given that opportunity, and so you just want to get out there and shine that light in the world and have that lovely relationship. And that's what I'm seeing, is that it just comes very, very suddenly, very unexpectedly. So look out for anyone with any of these attributes. Open up more, be more aware of spirit. That's so important. And I just think this is such an uplifting reading, group 3. It's lovely. Haven't got any like negative messages today, really. Just more stuff to do with healing has been the most, I would say, negative thing that's popped up in any of the readings today. But please let me know in the comments how this resonated with you, you guys. It's such a lovely message to give you. It's my honor to do this for you. Please do like, share and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. It really, really helps my channel. And if you want to get more involved with what I do here on the channel, check out the description box. If you'd like to donate like the lovely Cara did, thank you so much. I've got an Amazon wishlist and an indie deck wishlist for new tarot and oracle decks. I've also got a PayPal link for tips and donations that help me keep making these videos. My Etsy shop is probably going to be closed when I'm posting this, but if you're interested in a private reading or an angel healing session, keep checking back on my Etsy shop because I've just got a lot going on outside of tarot in terms of work and commitments, and so I'm not able to keep it open at the moment, but I'm hoping it will only be closed for a couple of weeks at the maximum. So do just keep checking back to see when it opens up again. You can go ahead and follow me on Instagram for daily cards or Billy if you'd like to do that. And of course, if you're interested in exclusive content or giveaways and stuff that I do, then check out my Patreon page and consider becoming a patron because there's loads of cool stuff over there. And you can get to know me better over there as well. And just have a lovely rest of your day, you guys. Thank you so much for watching this and spending your time with me and sharing your energy with me here today. Have a lovely rest of your day, lovely rest of your week, lovely rest of your year, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye. Take care.